Okay, we're going to start on the solving equation side, and it gives you the step-by-steps. Here's the deal. These examples up at the top are all a little advanced for you guys. You guys just learned two-step equations this year. So this is like 8th grade stuff, so I went ahead and did that first step for you because you guys only see two-step equations. You guys don't see this like multi-step with variable on both sides. So if you want to pause and go ahead and just rewrite these equations below it, that would be a good idea because that's actually what we're going to solve, okay? And then go back and we'll start up here. But just remember for your two-step equations, it gives you these steps, but I'm going to tell you, remember our first step, we always add or subtract, and you're always doing the opposite operation of whatever's in the problem to get rid of it, okay? And then your second step is always going to be multiply or divide, okay? Always with y'all's two-step. Add and subtract first, add or subtract first, multiply or divide last. So if we look at example 1, I'm going to put a line to show my two sides of the equation, and I always put circles around the numbers by themselves that don't have variables with the signs in front, and then I put triangles around anything that has a variable, okay? And if it's a variable like this and there's no number in front, just picture an imaginary 1 there, okay, because there is 1x there. Okay, so we've got 1x plus 7 on this side, 13 on this side. So we want to start on the side that has more, okay? Because if we get rid of this, then there's nothing over there and our equation is done. So we have to keep something on either side of the equal sign at all times. And so that means we want to start over here since there's more stuff. And I can't get rid of that 1x because there's no variable over here to combine it with. So I have to get rid of 7. And since it says plus 7, I'm going to do the opposite to get rid of it and say minus 7. So 13 minus 7 gives me 6. And then I'm going to bring down that 1x. That's it. Technically, your last step would be to divide by 1, but 6 divided by 1 is going to be 6. Okay, next equation. Same thing. I have a regular old number here, my equal sign. I have a variable, regular number. Okay, and so 4x, I have to start on this side. There's more stuff. Nothing I can combine with that 4x, so I got to get rid of this 20. So plus 20 to get rid of it, minus 20. Minus 20. Okay, so negative 20 minus 20, I have two negatives. Same sign, add, and keep the sign. So keep that negative. Okay, so that was step 1. I had to subtract. So step 2, I'm going to either multiply or divide. So since 4 times something equals negative 40, since this is multiplication, I'm going to divide. So negative 40 divided by 4 is negative 10. I don't know if you can see that. Negative 10. You can kind of see that. Okay. Next example, 3x minus 10 equals 5. So same thing. I have a number with a variable, regular number, but make sure you circled the sign in front of it. And then I have regular number. So I need to start on this side. There's more stuff. I can't get rid of the 3x because there's no variable, so I'm going to get rid of that minus 10 or negative 10. The opposite would be plus 10 or positive 10. So I've got 15. Bring this part down, 3x. Okay, so I added on the first step. Now I have to multiply or divide on the second step. Since that's multiplication, I'm dividing. And so 15 divided by 3 is 5. So x equals 5. Okay, and then next one, same thing. Split it at the equal sign. Got a circle, variable, circle. So circle, triangle, circle. Starting on the side with more. And I can only get rid of my circle, my number. So minus 16. The opposite would be plus 16. So that cancels out. I've got 44 on this side. And I'm going to bring down that 2x. Okay, so my first step, I had to add or subtract. I had to add in this case. Now second step, multiply or divide. I have to divide. And so 44 divided by 2 is 22. And 2 more. So same thing, I'm gonna split it here. Number, variable, number. And so I can't move 13. I can't combine x with anything. So I gotta get rid of that 30. Okay, now here's an integer rule. Okay, remember you can't really do that. But since this is a positive, this is a negative, same sign, add and keep. Different signs, we subtract, okay? And I know it's set up like that, but you really want to think of it as that, okay? And so I get 17, different sign, subtract, take the sign of the larger number. So it's negative, and that x is just 1x because there's no number in front, so that is my last step. And then last one. Okay, minus 8, do the opposite. So we get 28 and bring down your variable. Okay, and that's it for that one. Okay, inequalities. I'm gonna pause this video. I'm gonna start a new one so I can, because I need to go ahead and cut out a step for y'all.